Live to you now, and we're just standing by for Thailand versus the Volcanoes. And Jed, Thailand, the surprise package, not a surprise, but the big improvers of the series will come to you just as we look through the team here. Number 7, Chichinuk, their highest scorer during the Asia Rugby 7 series was 10 tries, but hard-working forward Utamporn has been into everything. They're a hard-working team, they work well together, and they're creating tries, and they're creating long-distance tries these days. The Philippines, they came onto the scene after being promoted from the second tier of Asia Rugby 7s. And we've liked the look of number 7, Aldi Denoyo. A couple of tries yesterday for her. Playmaker Ayumi Ono also in the middle of everything. But you feel like they're a team, Jed, that's just starting to find their feet at this top level.
Well, it's a big step up for the Volcanoes ladies, but it's great to see them here at this particular tournament, and today is the day, isn't it? All the training, all the hard work, all the effort, it's all gone in for the next 9 or so hours, because today is for all the marbles. And I think we can't stress that enough. The team in front of you now, Thailand, have to be the talking point of Asian women's rugby this season. They have just come from absolutely nowhere with a new game, a new style and a new ability. And the Philippines, I'm not too sure the last time these two sides crossed paths, but I think things might have changed quite a bit since that last outing. Thailand now have some real excitement about them. It's every time they take the field, every tournament they go to, they seem to just grow almost inches. You can see them developing as they play. It's a big day. This is a big start for Thailand and a great occasion for the Philippines.
Referee Nori Hashimoto from Japan gets us underway here on Game 2. 12 games ahead of us today. Thailand with the first bit of ball as they build towards taking second spot in the pool with a win here, which will put them squarely up against host China in semi-final play later. And what a ding-dong we can expect later on today once we reach semi-final stage. Here goes Chichinuk. She's really added a few tools to the toolbox. She's looking sharp. She's developed the fend, the dummy, the step, the shimmy under the tutelage of head coach Loti Rakenbola. They've got around the outside quickly. On the far side in the shadows is Utamporn, who's going to get the first meat pie for the day. And coming across is Aldi Denoyo, just to keep her out wide there. And 5 points on the board for the Kingdom of Thailand.
They're making this ball move so sweetly across the park at the moment, Thailand, and you can see the gap that's developed between bottom tier and sort of mid tier now. Just see the last 5 minutes of that, but good ball movement across. They were able to isolate the Philippines defender, who made the option to go straight at the ball carrier, and a simple cut play sees Thailand in for the first 5, and they're just operating very smoothly. It's a real pleasure to watch, and they really look like they're enjoying their rugby at the moment, which is great to see as well.
Just looking at the results from yesterday, Thailand beat Singapore 33-0 to get the day underway. And then they went down narrowly to Kazakhstan, 17-12. That was the pivotal game in the group as they get us back underway. And Philippines not handling the jandling from the restart, and it sails over the sideline. Philippines yesterday, they went down to Kazakhstan 34-5, got themselves on the board at least. And then they narrowly went down to Singapore, 20 points to 19. That was the game of the day for them yesterday. Went down 4 tries to 3, showing that they can score their own tries. It'll be interesting to see how they go later on in the day against the more evenly teams. Here they are with a bit of ball, just inside their 22. You can hear the chat down there from the Thais. Very chatty side, especially on defence, lining up numbers. That's Ada Milby, a real campaigner for the Philippines, and ball pops up off the ground from Pakis, and Milby was focused on the clear out. she might have received that ball. And so a scrum on the 22. Good defence from Thailand, just stopping the Philippines in their tracks, stuck on their 22 there.
You see the decision making of Thailand come to play there. Getting good bootlace tackles in, next player in at the ball, snapping away, but they're making smart decisions, and it's part of the discipline factor too of Sevens. You've got to make the right call. It's very reminiscent of when we watch Japan play and how often they get the decision making wrong. They hardly ever make a mistake. Thailand on the rampage again.
Utampon, she's in the middle of everything. We've been watching her for 3 or 4 seasons, and never before we've seen her so highly energised and influential. They bring it back the other way. There she is, she's waiting, loitering, lingering, and she picks up number 2. Does Utampon Liamrat, and good wise play from the campaigner.
Yeah, again, I'm just really happy with the way Thailand are working the ball around. They're not being flustered at all. They haven't got much pressure on them, but showing great belief in their teammates. And the ball movement, the ability to look upfield now and make decisions about what they see, play what's in front of them. It's all pretty evident. It's a glowing start to the day.
He's given that a good old nudge. Had the distance, not quite the line. So it's 10 all. There's the playmaker for Philippines, Hayumi Ono. The retro headband.
It's a good look. It's a good look here in the tournament. It's unique.
Is that a fresh headband, do you think, or she's worn that overnight?
Hard to say, but I know if it made me look that cool, I wouldn't be taking it off for anything.
You should try one out. Let's get the Volcanoes strapper up here after this match. Underway again. And again, the restart, such a critical phase of play. You just can't get your hands on the ball if you can't exit from these restarts. And if you're against a team that can put it right on the money, you're in trouble. So 2 in a row. There's Coach Tawa'a looks on. They've given another scrum here to the Kingdom. Look at the Philippines putting in a bit of a shunt there. Thailand does enough in there. Oh, there's a drop ball from Wanari. A little bit of sun. It's quite high now, the sun. Bit of dew down there as well, early morning, believe it or not. So it's a beautiful autumn's day here in southern China.
Yeah, the weather's stunning, isn't it? Very nice. Conditions are very comfortable.
It's great having you all with us on the feed around the world. If one of these teams is your two, great having you with us. Stay with us throughout the day. We'll be here all day. A couple of breaks between the rounds. Hashimoto penalising Thailand. Now they get on the front foot and they look like they're getting into the right half of the field, the pointy end of the field. That's good clean out. Just holding on to the ball there in 2 minds, I think. It was Ono as she passed it. Under pressure now, and look at the defence there. There's always someone there. And they've turned that over, worked it to space, and they've gone under the post for try number 3. Clinical from Thailand. Tanaporn with her first of the tournament.
Well, the Philippines just broken apart up the middle. They're going to find it hard to mark up on Thailand. You can really put the foot to the floor, even in the seasons where we saw them and they didn't have the passing game together. They were absolute devils on defence.
Half time then, and it's Thailand with a comfortable lead here at the crack of dawn on Sunday, 17-0. So the Philippines will end up bottom of the log with that narrow loss to Singapore. They'll be squaring off later in what we call the plate playoffs for 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th spots as we look back at Utamporn's second try. So it'll be Sri Lanka and Korea in the bottom half of the other pool. Those 4 teams battle it out for 5th spot. And some of those games are as entertaining as the bigwigs in the top half. Once they find themselves up against more equally matched sides, they can express themselves a bit more easily, and score some tries and build confidence.
I've been quite impressed with the Philippines. They've come in against these teams who've got a few more resources, and look at that. Lottie Ruckman-Buller, Olympian, New Zealand Sevens player, silver medalist. I mean, that is some resource to bring in to help the team prepare and fine-tune them, get them lifting their standards. The Philippines would probably also react in a similar fashion if they had similar experience put into their camp, into their campaigns. The bare bones of what they've offered here in this Olympic qualifying tournament justifies some investment. I like the way that they've approached the tournament.
Back underway again, the second half. Didn't quite get the 10.
Still little errors like that though in the Thai play. We're starting to see the likes of China and Japan now, their restarts almost on a dime, so there's always room for improvement, as we know.
One of the toughest parts of the game to master, isn't it? Once you've got it, it's a vital piece of your plate.
Oh, in sevens, it's an amazing set piece to have right.
Thailand just screaming down under the shadows there, and the final pass gets knocked on with the try line gaping wide open. A couple of subs here. On comes Raciel Sales and Eloisa Jordan. A stretch of the legs early this morning. Last bit of shade on this field for the next few hours on that far side. But it's not as hot as it was in Huijiao for the China Sevens about a month ago. It was brutal, close to 40 it must have been. And wicked humidity here, it's just perfect. And another little knock on, so that's 3 little knock-ons by Thailand, almost unforced errors. And it could be the dew on the ball, perhaps. A little bit moist down there. That'll dry up soon in that shadowy part of the field. And they'll probably have an attack here on the volcano front row. It's just been beefed up with a couple of subs, and they win it nicely straight out the back to Ono. She gets on the wraparound. They're looking for their speedster out wide. Denuyo gifted it back though. And Butsaya to Ratanaporn. And again, it was a little bit high, but it was receivable. Yeah, just lapse of concentration here, I think, a bit against the maybe lower match team.
It's got all the classic signs written about it, doesn't it, this performance? They can sort of feel they think they're across the line before they actually get there. Easy hole to fall in, there's no doubt about it. You've got to remain focused. There's a job to do. It's not over until the final whistle, so play it hard, girls.
Philippines with another chance here. This Thai defence is just too well organised for them. There's no deception from the Philippines, making it easy to number off. And here going quickest, Danaporn, and one more. She reaches out, she resists the temptation. Good discipline. Utamporn fires one out there, and it was a little bit of a dipper, but they finish it anyway. Try number 4.
Yeah, just reading the way that Thailand play, they've got the deceptive plays, they've got the cuts, but you can see they understand where to use them, how to use them, what they're for. You know, it's a team that's when you watch them now, you feel like they've really discovered the essence of how to play the game. And it's about them consistently putting good performances on the pitch. They'll be showing the errors that they've made. They'll be frustrated about that, as that conversion is, well, she's getting plenty of foot on it, there's no doubt about it. But these aspects of the game that they're always going to improve on, they're always going to want to develop. I feel like they're on a really good path at the moment. This Thai team, if the squad can hang together for another couple of seasons, could set up the next cycle very, very well.
$22-0. That one's just short as well, but I tell you what, it was so close. Just the margins are narrow to being perfect. Now they're in the Thai half. Here's a good straight hard run, and we've seen this a bit. They've got their designated ball runners, Volcanoes, and this time it was Jordan. She's done her job. No, it wasn't, it was Francisco. Ran straight, drew two defenders, got the arms free, delivered. And again, keeping the ball alive is Francisco, hopping away. She's a very big athlete. She's a carrier, and here goes Denoyo. 2 tries yesterday, and she's just been cheaply bundled into touch there. Didn't have much room to work with. She's got gas, but she needs a little bit more space than that.
Thailand look like they're on the hot hand to get on the outside lane there for a moment. A couple of passes, a great line out take, wasn't it? Set piece working smartly for them there. Good, calm play, just bringing it back across the face. The gaps have opened up. Now, what's going to happen here? Will she carry all the weight? No. Fresh pair of legs there. Good step, more jinking, running. It's good D, though, by the Philippines. Look at them come.
4 shirts back in white, and it was Salas that didn't give up, but the numbers here and the support is good from the Thais. Piema finishes that one off after a great run from Laksina. Good team try, but as you said, Jed, the Volcano's shown lots of enthusiasm to get back there. 5 of them.
Well, you see aspects like that. I mean, it shows good character within a team, within a group, what sort of spirit they have. A lot of teams might have given up the ghost there. That was the killer, that pass. It was just the one that really opened them up. But Volcano's ladies showing they're pretty keen to work for each other, both ends of the park.
So 5 tries to Thailand. That one was converted, so it's 29-0. They won't be scared of China later today, Thailand. They've done a number on them before.
I think they really relish these cracks at the so-called top tier now. They're firmly becoming part of the top tier furniture themselves, but I think they've taken a few seasons where they've been belted on the nose by these teams, so any chance to draw a bit of blood back now, they're pretty keen to get on with.
There's another good carry by Milby from the kickoff. Took it cleanly, so important. And then got her team on the front foot, and now they can do something. But look at that chop tackle coming in. That was brutal from Wanneroo. Wins the penalty in the end, but just came firing out of the line. It's a dipper. Butsaya going hard with the fend. Danton gets pulled behind her like she's on a sled. Jetaporn, and the Philippines defence coming up sharp as well, but Ratanaporn, that's what can happen if you come up too quick, and there's a bit of a chink in the armour. It's been exploited there well by Ratanaporn. Just putting the brakes on a bit late, the Philippines defensive line. There we see the outside runner. The idea was right, but Ratanaporn was up to the challenge.
Good play from Thailand. conversion's good as well. I'm not entirely sure how many goal kickers they've got in the squad, Thailand, but it seems they've got more than 2 or 3. And a good first up, convincing performance by the Kingdom.
Yep, 6 tries, 3 converted, 36-0. A good start to the Kingdom here early on day 2. Philippines, well, that's their last super tough game of the weekend. They'll be up against Korea or Sri Lanka later today in the plate semi-finals. And that's something they can really sink their teeth into. Leave here at the end of this weekend with some learnings, some work-ons. And they'll be a feature of the Asia Rugby 7 Series next season, which we're all looking forward to. Some good tries by Thailand. And we saw some early jitters in the first half, some mistakes, 4 or 5 knock-ons, but they got that right in the second half to seal the deal. We're standing by then for Kazakhstan, Singapore.